What's up, everybody? So this is gonna be my little video showing how I prep and paint this bed to go on that truck over there. As y'all can see the damage in the back. I got the bumper off that truck. The bed on that is unbolted as well. But yeah, I'm just what I'm doing right now is taking a Scotch-Brite and just taking the shine off of this so that I can paint this truck. Put some primer on it first and paint it. I probably could just go right over this with white paint, but I'm actually afraid that the paint on the white paint, this color may tint that white paint a little bit darker and make the bed look a different color. So I want to do what they did from the factory, because I noticed on the factory they went over, it looks like gray primer or it's galvanized, whatever they did. So I think the white paint will look more close to how it's supposed to look if I just put primer. The inside of this bed, I'm not going to do this whole lip, because the lip of this is going to, I'm going to do bed liner in here. So the lip out to, a certain part, probably about right there. It's going to be bed liner. Because a lot of times when you put stuff in your bed, you drag it right across the lip. So I don't want to put paint right there and not be all scarred up. I'd rather put bed liner around the top edge and just paint it from here, probably down. So I am going to take this trim off. The truck that I have now doesn't have that black trim, so I got to give me some fishing line or something, or a putty knife or something, and get that off and get the adhesive off. I'm going to take this trim off as well before I paint it. And but yeah, I ain't going to bore y'all with scuffing this up. I'm pretty much going to scuff all of it up, and then I'm going to come back to y'all and show y'all what I do next. I'm just using this Scotch-Brite. You probably could use it 600 or something like that, but like I said, I'm just doing this to take the shine off, so the primer has some pretty good adhesion to this. All right, so I'm gonna come back to y'all when I'm going to the next step. All right, y'all. So last time y'all saw me, I was scuffing down this bed. It looks shiny, kind of. See right there, it looks shiny, like it's got a glare on it in the video, but it don't. I had 1 can of primer already. Now let me tell y'all something. I'm not recommending you paint your bed like this, but if you look on YouTube, you see a lot of paint jobs done with rattle cans and stuff like that. And like I said, this is not me recommending that you do your paint job like this. You get a much more professional paint job with a paint gun, with compressor and proper guns, paint booth, all that. I'm painting outside in the open. But like I said, this is really just, the back of that bed is wrecked. And this one is perfect. So I'm really just doing this so I can get a quick paint job. It's white. This truck is going to be painted again at some point. But I feel like this paint job will hold up just fine. I'm going to prime it. I'm going to put the color, the white paint on it. And then I'm going to go back with 2K clear. Everything's coming out of a rattle can. Right now I don't have a big enough compressor to do a full paint job. That's in the works, because I'm going to do a full paint job on that car. But I'm actually going to do some paint correction with rattle cans on that car. Just kind of experimenting and testing and trialing and see what works and what don't work, and what I like and what I don't like. Because like I said, I know these cars are going to get much better paint jobs, whether I pay for them or whether I do them myself, but they're going to be professional. Like when I paint it for real, it's gonna be much better than this. It's not gonna be out in the open and all rattle cans. But I just wanted to tell y'all what I was doing so you could actually see the results and kind of see what results that you could possibly get with rattle cans. So I did get the trim off the bottom. I got the trim off the wheel wells, well, the molding, not trim, and then I got the stainless trim off the wheel wells. That what you see right there is glue gone. I'm getting the rest of the glue off. There's not much glue left. When I peeled the trim off, most of the glue came off, but it did leave just a little bit of residue. If y'all can see those lines, it left a little bit of residue, so that's not very much. I did tape off right here. I'm going to tape across the bed. Bed liner's going in here. I think I'm going to do something roll in. I think Raptor liner, or somebody has a roll-in Herculiner, somebody has a roll-in one. That's what we're going to do for that. If that doesn't last, we'll go back and do Line X, do the professional stuff after that. But as so far, the rattle can primer across the back did well. I like the way it laid down. It's not super smooth, but you can sand this. I'm gonna be honest and tell you, this part of the truck, I'm not gonna worry about sanding. You won't be able to see it anyway. This is the part of the bed that goes up against the cab. You won't even be able to see it. Depending on how this lays out, because it's really, I don't need to sand everywhere. I don't know, y'all probably can't see it, but there's like a little bit of kind of orange peel, just a little bit, not much, just a little. And like I said, you could sand it real quick to knock that down, but I'm not going to sand that part. Depending on how this looks, depends on whether I will wet sand this or not, and then spray the color. Felix, put in the bed liner while you're in there. But anyway, so this is how far I've gotten. I just wanted to show y'all that. I'm going to use that Goo Gone, and I have a plastic. I was just using just a Walmart card, or just something plastic. I didn't want to use metal because I didn't want to. I mean, even though if you scratch the paint, it doesn't matter. I'm going to paint over it, but I didn't want to do any gouges and have to worry about any body work, because there's really no body work that needs to be done on this bed. So yeah, I just wanted to show y'all that. I'm going to end up lifting this up a little bit higher. As you can see, that's very close to the ground. So I'm going to lift this bed up. I'm going to put the pallets. I'm going to put some more pallets under it, basically, because it's sitting on pallets. So I'm going to put maybe about 2 or 3 more pallets under it to lift it up more, so that when I get ready to paint that part up under there, I can paint it real good, because I can't paint it that good with it that close to the ground. So I just kind of wanted to come on here and show y'all where I was at. I may do some time lapsing. I got a little bit more scuffing to do in the wheel wells where the trim was, and I may time lapse some more stuff, you know, me taping off stuff, doing stuff like that. So, and I'll show y'all how this come out. But so far, so good. It's looking straight. Some more primers coming today. I had to order the primer, and I'll show you what primer I used when it comes. So yeah, y'all stay tuned. Felix, you can't paint nothing.